Hello, everybody, and welcome to Plant Tarot, and welcome to Aries season. So, I wanted to do a message from Earth and from the plants just to gauge what this Aries season is going to bring us. What does Earth have to say? We got malachite. Malachite is a deep release stone. In this one, it almost looks like little pools, and I see that as pools of energy. It's very watery, and while we're entering into a fiery season, there can be a lot of feelings coming up with this fire. What are the triggers? What is coming up to have you look at it? Really look at it. Go into each pool. It's like a whirlpool, and it can have this whirlpool kind of visceral energy. Fire is very visceral. Allow yourself to see what it is. Do some radical acceptance and release it. Finally let it go. What do the plants have to say? Underneath, we got Six of Cups, Ten of Wands, Knight of Cups, Six of Swords, and High Priestess, and the Moon. Very potent cards. Six of Cups, that past energy. In this deck, it's Pansy. Pansy is an innocent, childlike energy. It's also edible. A lot of people would put a little bit of egg white and sugar on it. And especially with that sugar, some things may feel sweet, and it may be harder to let go of those sweet things. Keep the memories, of course. Release the energy and the hooks, the attachment. There could be a limerence with this too. Going back to what all the good times and feeling like, man, what if, what could have been? That's where regrets can come in, and that's where that feeling of hooking yourself to that past because of what could have been. What hurts us heals us. And in this energy, there could be just looking back at the positives, because the brain tends to do that. Allow yourself to feel the feelings. Look into what is being let go of. That's really just what it is, letting go of it. The Six of Cups could bring an energy of burden. Ten of Wands is often depicted as a burdensome card. There is love in it, though. Why does one do all of that stuff? Because of love. Celery is an ingredient that is used in almost every savory dish, although it is actually a very difficult plant to grow in a cultivated practice. There's a lot of things that it needs. There's a lot of requirements, soil requirements, temperature. It's very picky. It's a very finicky plant. Why go through all that effort? Love. Making that stew, cooking for love, making that family meal. That's this energy. Putting that effort into it. And then looking back on the Six of Cups also. There could have been a lot of effort being put into something from the past. There could have been just a lot of could have beens. This is a heavy energy. This is a lot, and I feel it. It's a lot. Do you really want to carry it forward? And if so, why? Is it worth it? That's the question. Is it worth it? Knight of Cups. This is Bignonia crossvine. There can be a tangle of emotions, a tangle of this vine. It's hard to know where it begins and where it ends. Where do you begin and where does somebody end? Where do you end? It's a time to look at the boundaries, to look at where you are and who you are in this moment. This is all subconscious energy. It came from the bottom of the deck. This is all stuff that could be coming up, like this malachite. Very subconscious, very deep. Look at who you are and see where you begin and where somebody else ends. Release any codependent energy. Six of Swords is that release. There's trust in this card. In this deck, it's the only card that depicts flowers that are in a vase who have already been cut. Delphinium brings an energy of water and dolphins, even though it's swords. There are feelings in the thoughts, and the thoughts come from feelings. It's like chicken and the egg. Thoughts come from feelings. We feel, and then the brain catches up with those feelings, and then it creates a story. The beauty of delphinium or larkspur is that it knows that even after its stem is cut, it can still bloom a couple more times. Even though the stem may be cut, even though this past may be released, the cycle is done, there's still blooming ahead. You can still bloom again. Trust that. That's a card of trust. High Priestess knows this. Connection with the divine. Connection with yourself. Birch is a tree that is very attached to witches, for one. And I know that that's a feminine term. Witches, wizards, shamans. The beauty of birch is that in a single trunk, you can have 3 trunks. And this is an energy of 3, even though it is an energy of 3. 3 is the number of creation. It takes 2 to make a child. It's also the least amount of angles to make a geometric shape. Look at things from different angles. Allow yourself to grow at different angles. Change is possible in this card. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to change, because as you change, your life changes, and it's often for the better. Things may have been good at one time. They will and are getting better. Trust in that. This is a lot of trust energy. I feel almost like a trust fall is happening. Moon. Trust what you don't see. And this is an energy of shadows. Queen of the Night cactus blooms at night. It is a cactus and it can withstand drought. It sends 1 bloom every night. And when 1 bloom happens, you see it, you feel it, and then you sit with it until the next bloom comes. Sit with it. Sit with the feelings. You can't heal unless you feel. Try not to avoid the feelings. The feelings are there for a reason. Trust that there is a reason for everything. And what may be shadowy or coming up in the shadow energy, always trust and know that after this card is the sun card. The sun will come up. And I'm getting that Annie song, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there will be sun. Trust that. All right. We got King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Death, anchored by Emperor, Sun. There's the Sun card. Look at that. Queen of Cups. I love this. This is great. There's almost like a full journey going on. So we start with the King of Cups. King of Cups is a masculine, getting that Emperor anchoring him. He's a master of his feelings in the depths of the ocean, in the depths of the sea. There's stability. Coral is stable. It is a stable environment for a multitude of creatures. And these creatures depend on this energy. And even though it is in the depths of the feelings, it still knows how to be grounded. It still knows where its center is. You know where your center is. It is in here. Trust what's in here. It's anchored by Emperor, surveying his kingdom, being the mighty oak, understanding where his roots are, understanding his ancestry, taking up the space, growing strong, knowing that it is stable, knowing that it is solid. It is a steady and steadfast energy. This is Aries. Understand that you are this energy. Ace of Pentacles, strawberry. Strawberry is kind of a funky fruit because it's not really a fruit. It's more like a seed carrier, even though it's delicious. And it can be used in many things. And even the way it grows is kind of cool. It has the main plant, the main little start that you can get at a store. And it sends shoots, like offshoots, in these stem forms. And when these offshoots touch the ground, they form other roots. It's almost like rhizomes. So it'll have a shoot and it'll root into the ground. And then it'll send another shoot and that'll root into the ground. And it allows them to spread until they become this mass of a plant. And in that, there are these beautiful, cute little flowers that come in white or pinks. And these flowers become the seed carriers. They become the strawberries. This is a plant of 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4. And it becomes more and more and more and more. Where there is one, more will come. This is an energy of trust as well, knowing that you have this power within yourself to create more. When you have one and you nurture it and you allow it to be the beautiful little strawberry, you know that you'll get a mass of this one plant. It'll become this big tangled web of strawberries and beautiful fruit and beautiful flowers. And it attracts pollinators. And the pollinators do what they do, and so on and so on and so on. This is like a card of so on and so on and so on in a very physical form. This is in your energy. This is rooted by the sun. Clarity. The more clear we are, the more abundance we create. The more clearly and honestly you see things, the more the fruit can happen. And strawberries love the sun. They definitely need some sunlight, like 8 hours a day of sunlight. And they tolerate bright sun. They can grow in the desert with enough water, of course. It's all about nurturance. See with clarity. Allow the shadows to disappear by shining the light into them. Look at what it is for what it is. Radical acceptance. Turn and face the sun. Allow yourself to be the light. When you do that, death. Mycelium is the fibers that create fungus, and it breaks down everything that is rotten. It breaks down all that no longer serves, and it composts. And while this may be an unpleasant smell, it may be an unpleasant process, it's necessary. It creates that fresh soil for the pentacles. It creates a fresh soil for the plants to have those nutrients in a more natural and rejuvenating way. It's a way of fertilizing without going out and buying more fertilizer. It's naturally letting Earth do what Earth does. Allow things to happen naturally. Allow the process to happen naturally. It can be slow, it can be quick. It is a process, just as our bodies are a process. Allow yourself to be a process too. As things break down within you, know that it's creating fresh cells. Just as we go through our own cycles, like blood cells go for 7 years and then it renews until we have like new fresh cells every 7 years. And in turn, that makes us a different person on a cellular level. This is a process of releasing. Death card also with Scorpio is malachite energy. It's a very good stone for Scorpios. If you have strong Scorpio in your chart, malachite might be a very grounding and nurturing stone for you. If you have a lot of water energy in your chart, malachite may also be very useful as well. Trust the process. Allow yourself the time and the nurturance to break things down. Queen of Cups. This is rooting the Death card. This grounds it. And I really like this energy. We began with this, the Divine Masculine in a feminine form. And we complete with this, balancing, integrating the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. You are balancing. You are nurturing yourself. This is kelp. The balance between water and earth. This is an energy of going into the depths, knowing that you are still grounded, knowing that you are allowing the waves to move, and you move with the waves. There is movement here, even if it may not be visible on the surface. There is still movement, and this feeds a lot of people. This has a lot of nutrients. Kelp is very nutritious. It's almost a superfood. And it's going with the flow. Just go with the flow. It's a lot easier said than done. What I'm saying here is a lot easier said than done. The work is worth it because there's love. There is love here, even if you may not see it on the surface just yet. This Aries season, I feel, is bringing love through. It's bringing love to the surface. We have we have all but the page. And I feel like since this page is not here, it's in the offing. This is what is being asked to be called in. That childlike spirit. Nurture the inner child. Nurture yourself. Create that compost so that there's fresh soil. This is an energy of a fresh beginning. This is energy of letting go and getting that soil ready for all of the new blooms, all the new seeds that you've planted, because there are seeds that have been planted. And even though they haven't quite popped up out of the ground yet, they are. Those roots are being set, and the shoots will start to come up out of the ground. Patience. Hearing patience, grasshopper. Patience is key, and patience pays off. Good things come to those who wait. It's coming. So sit tight. And that's all the energies I'm getting for this Aries season. There's a lot of big things coming. Those plants are going to start sprouting here in this Aries season. Movement is happening. And I leave these messages with you. If you like my channel, please like, subscribe, and share. It'll help the channel grow. And soon I will be getting this online platform going so that my cards can be available for purchase. And I will keep you updated on when that happens. Until next time, bye.